Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there lived a slave girl named NNEKA. She was sold to a family as she had just lost her parent and she had no relative to take care of her. She lived with her master and mistress, who had two children, a boy and a girl, who were of the same age as she was. NNEKA at a tender age had to learn how to take care of the home all by herself by doing the laundry, cooking, keeping the house clean, fetching firewood, going to the stream to fetch water, and so on. She was really treated poorly by her owners. The children did nothing in the house while NNEKA did everything and still looked after them. When the kids get new clothes, she takes over the old clothes of the master's daughter. She did not have any friends as there was no time to make anyone, and she was always overwhelmed with work. Years went by and she became a very beautiful maiden, admired by lots of men in the kingdom. And this made her mistress angry because they would come to ask for her hand in marriage, and they would turn them down and tell them of their own daughter. Her mistress would always hit her at every instance, trying to inflict wound on her so as to try to devalue her beauty. But the more she did that, the more beautiful she became. NNEKA loves to sing and cry to herself mostly when she is alone, but that only happens when she is in the farm. One day, while farming, she saw an injured bird that fell from the tree. She picked it up and sang to it while she cried. Her tears fell on the body of the bird, and immediately her tears healed the animal, and the bird flew away like nothing happened. She was so amazed at what had just happened and decided it was best to keep this secret to herself so as not to be labeled a freak in the village. Few months later, the king of their community fell sick, and all the medicine men could not seem to cure him. All has been done to ensure that the king gets better, but nothing seemed to work. The king sent words out to the community that if anyone could heal the king, that there was a special reward for that person. For days, people tried to heal the king, but to no avail. She heard about the news, but felt her tears won't heal the king. Besides, she was too scared to go to the king and get exposed like that. One day, while she was at the farm, a lady appeared to her and told her to go to the palace and sing to the king that her tears will heal the king. Before she could respond, the lady disappeared. She thought to herself what to do. She concluded that she can't do it, as she was very afraid of her owners and what they would do to her if they got to hear such. Besides, she is sure that there is someone who could heal the king. The next day at the farm, the lady appeared and asked her to leave what she was doing now and hurry to the palace to save the king before it becomes too late. This time around, she decided to obey and hurriedly left for the palace. On getting to the palace, she went to the king. She presented herself as a healer. The king looked at her and said, I don't see any herbs on you. She said she doesn't need any, as she had a special gift. He asked her to start. She got close to the king's foot, knelt down, and sang to his feet. As soon as she began, tears came flowing down her cheeks. Immediately the tears touched the king's feet, he became well instantly. Joy engulfed the palace, and he shouted that we have found the chosen one. She was in a confused state as to what the king meant by the chosen one, and he decided to tell her about the reward. He told her that he got a message from a powerful medicine man that in his community lies his healer, someone who is blessed with the gift of healing and has been destined by the gods to take over the throne after him and rule the kingdom. She could not believe what she had just heard, that a slave girl like her will be the next queen and rule the kingdom. Immediately the king requested that she be dressed in royalty and be treated as one, as she will live in the palace from now henceforth till she takes over as the queen of the land. Words began to spread throughout the community, and it reached the ears of the master and mistress, and they decided to go to the palace so they could see for themselves. As soon as they got into the palace, they saw her dressed in royal wares. Immediately, they went down on their knees and started to beg and ask her to forgive them for all they have done to her and all the harm they have caused her while growing up. She forgave them and thanked them for housing her, and that she bared no grudge against them. The end. The lesson of this story is never treat a child badly, as you never know how tomorrow might be. Learn to forgive, as in forgiving you find healing within. Also, just because the child isn't yours doesn't mean you shouldn't treat them as yours. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please do not forget to click on the subscribe button, like and leave a comment. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.